Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pashvika, the channel where we talk a lot about feminism, female stuff, menstruation. And in today's video, I'm gonna talk about what are the things that I learned as a female along the road. I learned a very hard way, and what are the things that I feel like I should be knowing it in the beginning when I have reached to the puberty. Before going back, consider clicking the like button, guys. I do appreciate that. If you want more such videos in the future, consider subscribing. Whenever I'm gonna upload new videos, you're gonna get notified about it. If you're looking for more self-care as a female, then I have an entire PDF download. The links in description box below, which you can download for taking care. It's entirely based on my experience and knowledge. The link is in description box below. Without further ado, let's talk about what are the things that I learned the hard way. The first thing that I learned the very hard way is regarding the menstrual cycle. Is about that not every cycle is 28 days long. Now, I used to read in the I was in the medical school, and I used to read in the books that the cycle varies from 28 to 30 days. And if you're having an ideal 28 days cycle, then your cycle is very good, it's very perfect, hormones are balanced. And if it's longer than, probably it's not. That's what I learned in the medical school. But then when I started reading and taking exposure and reading the books about the female menstrual cycle with the flow book and taking back your fertility book, a lot of the books are listening. I started talking to the people and the female. I realized that it is normal to have 21 to 35 days, kind of like it's a range. Okay guys, I'm talking about the range 21 to 35 days of the cycle. Some people have the cycle in only lasting for 22 days, 23 days. Some people have the cycle whose cycle lasts for 35 days or 32 days. It's normal. There is a big range, okay? And not every cycle is of equal length. Like I used to think that, oh, I'm reaching to 28 days, so I would be starting having my periods, but it doesn't work that way. Sometimes I have like 30 days. 30 that I learned very hard way, because when I reached the puberty, I was like, the 28-day cycle is straightforward. You have to get your periods on 28 days. If it's late, then it's not normal. And that was the ridiculous mindset I was in, because I wasn't really aware what our female body is, how it actually works, and also that every cycle is unique for every individual woman. So that was the thing that I learned. The second thing which I learned across as a female is that ovulation doesn't always happen on the day 14 of the menstrual cycle. Like if you are in a medical school, or if you have got any kind of stuff and you have read about the menstrual cycle, you might have heard that on the day 14 there is an ovulation happens. But when I started reading the different books, the taking back from fertility, start talking to the people, I realized that ovulate before the day 14 and do ovulate after the day 14, and it's completely normal. There is nothing wrong with your body. There is nothing wrong with you. It's completely normal to not to ovulate on day 14. So this was the great myth that I learned very hard way, because I don't ovulate. I usually don't ovulate on the day 14 because my cycle is 32 to 34 days. I never had a cycle below below 28 days or exact 28 days. So third thing which I learned very hard, that women's or the females are not fertile in their entire month. Yes, we are not fertile in the entire 30 days in a month. We are only fertile for maximum 2 or 3 days in a month. It's just that we are counting the sperm last in the body almost like 5 days, so you can take it as a 7 to 10 days window. The ovum is only there for 24 hours. It's only live for 24 hours, and then it's dead. And even if you are having a multiple egg released in a cycle, like 2 or 3, then it will last like 48 hours or 72 hours. That's it, not more than that. I used to think before that females are fertile all throughout their cycle, like you can get pregnant every time in your cycle. But guys, while I was reading a lot of the books about the fertility, about the menstrual cycle, about the pregnancy, the birth contraceptive pills, and all that stuff, I was reading a lot, I was going into depth, and then I realized that there is a great misconception that we think that females are fertile all throughout the month, but that's not the truth. The fourth thing which I learned very hard way is that there is a non-hormonal way to avoid pregnancy. Now, this may sound counterintuitive or something like that, But since I was in the medical school, there was a few of the methods that you read in the contraception, the natural contraception, the abstinence, that we do read about that. But I never ever heard about the natural birth control. I never heard about it in that depth, which I read in the book, The Taking Back Your Fertility. So I never read that thing in great depth, that if you are following the natural birth control process, I mean, you won't get pregnant and you won't have to take any birth contraceptive pills or something like that. It's just a natural method. Like, I've read 2 or 3 natural methods in my medical school book, but those were just the headings. I didn't read in much depth about how it actually works and what to do to make it 100% effective or 99% effective. But later on down the road, I started reading more and going in depth, and then I realized that natural birth control could be a great option for someone who really don't want to take in any hormonal contraceptive, or even if you don't want to take any non-hormonal contraceptive like IUDs or something like that, still you can go with the natural birth control option. One thing which I learned very hard across the board is that your mood and your body doesn't remain the same all throughout your month. Yes, like I used to feel that a lot, like in sometimes of the month I'm quite sad, depressed, I'm kind of quite moody. I just get irritated quite fast and my body feels like I'm feeling like a bloating or something like that. I used to think before that it was not normal. I should behave in a good way. I should not get irritated. I should not be depressed or sad or something like that. Deeply into the menstrual cycle, reading more depth, then I realized that because of your cycle, your mood, your body doesn't remain the same all throughout the month. Like in some of phases of your cycle, you're highly excited and you are feeling so good and you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. But in the other phase of the cycle, you might feel sad, depressed, and lower energy, and you feel like your body doesn't support you well. You feel exhausted or tired, and I think that that's completely normal because of the cycle, which I realized very late after reading a lot of the books. Follicular phase, in the ovulatory phase, you have a good high energy because your hormones are increased, and your hormones will be at the peak at the time of the ovulation. So you would be having a high energy. You would be very excited, feeling so good, so motivated that you can accomplish whatever you want to accomplish in your ovulatory phase. When you reach to the luteal phase, in the first phase of the luteal phase, you might feel some energy because your hormones are still on the high. You can get the benefits of the ovulatory phase. But when you reach to the late luteal phase, you feel your energy begin to decrease a lot. You don't feel that much excited. You feel demotivated, sad and depressed, which was me. I was feeling so much sadness and depression in the late luteal phase, and I was thinking that there is something wrong with me or there is something wrong with my body. And then in the menstrual cycle, 4 or 2 days, I do feel that sadness, lower energy. But then after that, after the 5 days, after the day 5th of my menstruation, I started feeling back to normal. I started feeling energetic. So these were the 4 phases that varies a lot, and according to that, our mood, our behavior, our energy, our body varies a lot. And it's normal because our hormones vary a lot all throughout the month. So depending on the hormones, our mood swings, our energy in the body varies a lot. Of course, you can combat these effects and you can be focusing more on the self-care when you are not in a good mood, when you don't have enough energy. You can focus more on the self-care, but still you're gonna feel some sort of the stuff in that particular stuff, and it's normal. Things that I learned very late about being a female, very specifically about the female. Hopefully you find this video useful. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What are the things that you learned very hard or learned very late in your life as being a female, about your body, about your mood, about your mental, or anything other than that? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I'll gonna see you in the next video with a new amazing video topic. Till then, take care. Bye guys.